All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm very excited to talk about the Indiana Pacers. We're going to talk about Duarte and the Indiana Pacers. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that sub button. So I've actually been live the last couple of days, and I've watched 2 Indiana Pacers games in the Summer League. Well, actually, I only watched the first 3 quarters of the game because was an absolute blowout. So I want to talk about why I think that they'll shock a lot of teams, a lot of people next season. And a lot of it has to do with their summer league, but then a lot of it also has to do with just their actual roster. It's like literally all 5 of their starters are underrated in every way, shape, and form. So if you guys enjoy this video and you want more Pacers content, you want more NBA content, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let's try and get this video to 100 likes, man. It's kind of crazy, but if we could do it, thank you guys so much. So Chris Duarte, I've had a phenomenal time watching him this whole summer league. He is shooting the ball, especially from deep, at an extremely efficient rate. I mean, 2 summer league games ago, just 3 days ago, he made 3 buzzer beaters in the first 3 quarters of the game. It was absolutely fantastic, but it honestly isn't just him. It's also Isaiah Jackson. It's also I even like Dwayne Washington Jr. I think he's got some potential there. He had a good game yesterday. He dropped 3 threes, 13 points on 5-8 shooting. But Cassius Stanley, if you guys watch my YouTube videos, you know I'm really big on Cassius Stanley. Last night, he dropped 12 points, 5-8 from the field, 2 of 5 from deep. He pitched in 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Now, Chris Duarte, like I had mentioned, he dropped 19 points. He also had 4 steals and 4 blocks, and Isaiah Jackson had 1 steal and 4 blocks. So even just defensively, I really like what they're getting at. Now, one of the biggest, I guess, complaints for just, honestly, I'm going to call them casuals who are wondering why the Pacers drafted Duarte, because he's, what was he? Wasn't he the old? I think he was the oldest player in the draft at 24 years old. He's going to be able to come into this Pacers squad, and he's going to be able to produce and help them win games right away. He's just going to make their bench deeper. Here's their starting lineup: Malcolm Brogdon, Caris LeVert, T.J. Warren, Domantas Sabonis, and Miles Turner. Now, I'm under the impression that Isaiah Jackson will be Miles Turner's replacement eventually. You see Miles Turner's name come up in trade deadline every single year. You see him come up in offseason trades every single year. Honestly, I don't think they get rid of him this year just because I don't think Isaiah Jackson is, at Miles Turner's level, obviously, right now. And I don't think that they're going to be able to get as much value as they should from Miles Turner. So to just be completely honest, I'm not sure how that situation will eventually unfold. But I think for this next season, they'll go with Miles Turner, and then you've got Isaiah Jackson, who probably will play around 15 to 20 minutes to start it off and go from there. So Miles Turner, defensive superstar, I mean, literal absolute superstar, can give you 3 blocks a night pretty easily. You got Miles Turner. Don't think that they'll move him. Don't think that they'll move really any of their starting pieces. I've seen Malcolm Brogdon's name actually come up a little bit recently, but I don't know that. I mean, it's obviously just speculation, but I don't think that they'll give up on Brogdon this year. I think that they're going to go with this squad once again, now that they should be fully healthy and they've got their actual team. Caris LeVert acquired via trade. T.J. Warren should be healthy this season. Malcolm Brogdon, borderline all-star. This guy is great on offense. He is great on defense, and he is just a true borderline all-star. Caris LeVert, I've got some opinions on Caris LeVert because this is my issue with the Indiana Pacers is I think they're a really good team, but I don't think that they're at that title contending squad. And it's just to me that they're lacking that true star in the backcourt. I really like Caris LeVert, but when you pair him up against guys like Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, I'm going to have the ladder every day of the week. I just don't think Caris LeVert is at that level. I don't think he'll get to the level of a Donovan Mitchell or a Devin Booker. However, Probably will be their leading scorer. He is a walking bucket. I wouldn't be surprised if he drops like 25 a night, 22 to 25 a night for this squad. He can facilitate a little bit. He can play make. He can guard a little bit. So Caris LeVert's a very good shooting guard. It's just for the long term, I think they're hoping more that Chris Duarte turns into like that superstar stud, that kind of franchise guy that you can build your whole team around. However, I could be completely wrong. I'm sure Pacer fans are big on Caris LeVert. I'm big on Caris LeVert, but I still think I think he's a borderline all-star as well, maybe just a notch below Brogdon because Brogdon does so many different things well. But Caris LeVert for right now on this Pacers team is a very, very good fit. TJ Warren, although he isn't great on the defensive end, extremely versatile scorer, and you know you're going to get consistent points from him. He was a bubble beast a couple of seasons ago. Kind of got brought down by injuries. I would honestly consider TJ Warren as an underrated player right now. I think just, as I mentioned earlier, I think Brogdon, LeVert, I think Warren, I think Sabonis, I think Turner, they're all underrated in their own regards and in their own right. So TJ Warren, like I said, not too great on defense, but he's going to be a walking bucket for you next season, and he's been getting better and better and better as the seasons progress. So I'm really excited to see what a healthy TJ Warren looks like next year. Domantas Sabonis, I don't even really need to talk too in depth about him. His potential speaks for himself. Some people call him the next Nikola Jokic. I don't think he's as good of a passer as Jokic, but he's definitely a very good basketball player. He'll give you a double-double pretty much every single night, and he'll throw in a triple-double here and there too on a pretty consistent occasion. I remember playing it in fantasy basketball. It can get annoying. So Domantas Sabonis, very good player for them. And then they've got Miles Turner, who is probably just the perfect defensive-minded player to pair next to Sabonis. I already talked a little bit about Miles Turner. Their bench is, it's going to have Duarte, it's going to have Jackson. I really like this bench. TJ McConnell re-signed with the Pacers. He said that was an easy decision. They went out and they got Torrey Craig. It almost slipped my mind. Good defensive-minded player, gives you a ton of hustle every single night. He fits that bench at that small forward, at that power forward position very perfectly too. And I just like it. I really like what they have already. And then obviously watching these summer league games, I'm watching guys like Skikes, Jackson, Duarte, Stanley, Washington, like they are all playing really impressively. So that's going to be it for today. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Like I said, if you want more Pacers content, go ahead and let me know down below in the comments. But let's try and get this video to 100 likes. See you guys.